all use it, but do you ever stop and think about just how much we abuse it? At first glance, cars, trucks, boats, and planes all seem like viable sources of transportation. But a second look shows how they all share a common negative side effect: CO2. CO2 is the main toxic emission caused by burning fossil fuels. Among the list, carbon monoxide, benzene, and nitrogen dioxide.
So we know what the problem is, but how do we fix it? In this video, I'm going to break down the three main components of transportation's pollution emissions and derive a possible solution. To begin, we have our three main properties: fuel, infrastructure, and the modes of transportation themselves.
The United States alone consumes 20 million barrels of oil daily, 14 million of which are used for transportation, and 9 million of which are used for personal use, or our cars. Of those 9 million barrels, 2.25 million, about 25%, are used for short trips, or under 3 miles. If those 2.25 million barrels were saved and the gas was substituted for bicycling, etc., the savings would be astounding. 2.25 million barrels is equal to 78,750,000 gallons every day. That is enough to fill the Dallas Cowboys Stadium 4 times every day with oil. Until alternative fuel sources are available on a more broad spectrum, we can all do our part with reducing our carbon footprint.
Another practical transportation investment would be paneling the sides of larger transport vessels and aircraft with hydrogen solar cells. These cells are similar to the silicon cell, but they use a hydrogen catalyst instead of the rare earth metal silicon.
Take this plane for example. By covering bits and pieces with hydrogen cells, it can literally fly around the world without having to land. Imagine this concept on a wider spectrum: boats, trains, even cars.
Perhaps the least known aspect of green transportation is infrastructure. The problem with infrastructure is that it's all one-dimensional. It's just static. Our last two aspects were multi-purposeful on a universal scale, whereas street lamps and roads are just street lamps and roads.
Or are they? A French biologist, Pierre Cajouat, created a bioluminescent street lamp that uses algae to convert CO2 into oxygen and light. A single lamp is equivalent to 200 trees worth of air treatment every year, in addition to lighting streets.
Going green doesn't take money and it doesn't take power. It takes creativity and ingenuity. What will you come up with? What will ARTBA come up with? Thank you.